So a few years ago, I was running an online t-shirt store. By then, I tried to sell t-shirts to nurses. So, but because I'm not a nurse and I have no friend who are nurse, I kind of like imagine who nurse are, right? So I kind of like go, yeah, it would be great if nurse dress like this, and it would be great if nurse dress like this. So I kind of imagine who nurse are, and I kind of like, okay, just use my creativity to create a bunch of design. So I hire a bunch of designer, and we create a lot of t-shirt for nurse. Then we run ads to nurse, and guess what? Yeah, I make no money, right? I make zero sale from that. So I was really frustrated because I was like, hey, the t-shirt design is so great. It's so beautiful. I spent so much money on the design, but why no one is buying? So one day I eventually met a nurse. So she was like, yes, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I can talk to a nurse. So I show her my design. I was like, hey, you see this design? I think the design was so great, but why no one is buying? So she was like, whoa, yeah, the design is great, but I just doesn't feel like to buy it. I'm not resonating with that. I was like, what do you mean? She said, yeah, I don't feel for the quote. I don't resonate with the quote. I was like, so how can I come up with a quote that you can resonate with? So she was like, I don't know. Maybe you can ask other nurses. So that's whoa. Then that's an aha moment for me. So I decided to join some group of nurses. So I joined some nurse group on Facebook, and I try to interact with them and see what do they like, what do they think. So one day I see a quote, and the quote is, "I'm the nurse. I pray for my patients, and God fights our battle." And I noticed under that comment, there's so much people saying "Amen" there, "Amen" under that, right? And people are sharing that quote, the people are liking that quote, and that's the time I realized I can literally just take that quote and make a T-shirt. So I took that quote and I created a T-shirt for that, and guess what? I sold more than 1,000 units just with that quote. And that's the first time I realized when you are defining your ideal customer, your ideal audience, your avatar, you want to base those on real life example, right? You don't want to base those the imagination. You want to base on real life information. So today I want to share with you 5 different ways you can do to base your information on real life example, right? So the first one is you can read reviews. So you can go to Amazon or you can go to Udemy and to read the buyer's review, right? So if they're buying something, maybe they're buying books, they're buying audio, you can just read those reviews. You can see what do they like, what do they dislike, so you can design your service or product based on that as well. Also, you can understand them more because you know what they really want based on those reviews, right? Another one is you can join your buyer's community, right? So if you are targeting nurse, you can just join nurses group. Or if you are targeting people who like fishing, you can join the fishing group, right? So you want to go into the group and you can comment with their post, or you can post something, or you can interact with them on the group, so you can learn more about them, right? Another one is you can interact with them, right? Just like we mentioned before, you can join group. But if you have some friends who are actually of your target audience, maybe you are targeting people who like fishing, and you have some friends they like fishing as well, you can just talk with them and know what they really like, what they really think, right? Another one is you can interview them as well. So for me, that's the best way. So if you have a really close friends, you can just invite them for coffee and ask them about a bunch of questions. So that's the best way for you to do about that, right? Or you can maybe pay them a little and to interview them as well. The best way for me is you can actually become one of them, right? So before I join any market, or before I starting any business, right now I would just buy a bunch of magazine they subscribe to, or I will watch a TV show they're watching, or I will subscribe to a YouTube channel they subscribe to, because I want to understand what do they think, what do they watch. So when you are becoming one of them, you can feel the entire journey, right? So if you never do fishing before and you start learning that, you will learn about the struggle they are facing. You will understand how expensive those things are, or what are the challenges. So you will understand more by just becoming one of them, right? So that's the best way for you to understand your target audience, right? So today we talk about 5 ways, right? The first one is read reviews, and you can join their group, their Facebook group or communities. You can interact with them, and you can interview them, and the best way is you can become one of them. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you soon in the next video.